Welcome to Developer Squares, where game producers juggle deadlines, features, and probably copious amounts of caffeine. Today, we're joined by Simon, who's here to help us figure out what it really takes to keep a game development team from descending into chaos. So, Simon, straight in this week, game development often involves tough choices. Have you ever had to make the call to scrap a beloved feature? How do you navigate those difficult conversations with the team?
I've had a few conversations with Benny. I mean, to be honest, most of the ideas that were scrapped were actually mine, although I shut down by Benny back when I was in QA. As soon as you start breaking it down, it's very clear to see like what is actually feasible. And sometimes those grand ideas, like when you say them out loud, you soon realize that it's just not something that can be implemented, that works within the ecosystem that we built. Yeah, it's tricky. And once you start breaking it down, I feel like it helps a little bit to realize whether it actually makes sense for us. We are a different kind of experience. We are a first-person shooter, and there are a lot of first-person shooters, but we're not the same as Call of Duty or Apex or Fortnite and so on. So yeah, it's never easy. I don't have a right answer for this. Just do your best not to offend and not to upset, I guess, not to dim someone's spark.
Aw, aren't you such a lovely chappy? So here is the million-dollar question. What makes Ascendant completely unique versus other titles? Why should players play our game?
It is genuinely a different kind of game mode. There was a huge wave of battle royales, which then turned into a huge wave of extraction shooters, and we're kind of neither, because each one of those takes a particular approach to their games. Like extraction shooters, you go in with the mindset like, I only have this one life, and if I die, that's it. And I need to get out with all the loot I've gathered. It's not quite the same in our game, so there is some leniency to players who are less experienced. I feel like extraction shooters are a little bit more too hardcore. Battle royales can often be a little bit more too casual, and as is in that perfect middle, where if you are an experienced player, you can come in and you can absolutely make a custom gun, you can have a strategy, you can have your team together, but it's also forgiven in a sense that if you die, or if you're a new player, or if you mess up and run out of lives, this is not the end. You've not lost. Like every single game is worth going into. You still gain XP, you still bring something back into the lobby, you still find a new event. I think is the balance, is the fact that we're not super lenient towards any direction, and I think it's kind of that freshness of like, this is genuinely not something you see in other games. You can have gamers that are very similar, and if you're looking for like that very core particular experience, I think you know what game you're going to play anyway. But if you are looking for something new, fresh, and genuinely different than what we have out there in the market right now, then this is it. This is as different as it gets in terms of first-person shooter experiences.
Totally tubular answer, Simon. If you could bring back any 80s office gadget to help with production meetings, what would it be? You better be thinking of something more exciting than just sticky notes and whiteboards.
Oh, it's Simon Says. I know the Simon Says game. Is that from the 80s? Is it?
There we go.
Oh, I see. I mean, I know the Simon Says game. I think I played it in PE or something, but that evolved into Simon. Simon Says is just a game where you just repeat what someone else tells you, right? Like in a part, and then it gets more complicated.
Not sure if that's a gadget or would be helpful, but I tell you what, I'd certainly want to play with you.
Not like that. Not like that. Keep it PG.
Nothing PG about Ascendant. Swiftly moving on, if Ascendant had a bring your pet to work day, who would show up with the most unexpected or exotic animal, and how would it probably derail production?
Do you know what? I've seen pictures of Benny trying to befriend a crow, and I reckon it'd be something like that. Benny's gonna come with a crow, and it's gonna be, this is my pet crow, he brings me like shiny things once a day, and I've been training him to like pick on people I don't like for the past two years or something like that. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Benny.
Can't wait to interview that chap. On that note, if your studio was a reality TV show, who would be the breakout star for handling or causing the most production drama?
You know what? I feel like unintentionally it'd be Phil. I don't think he wants to cause drama, but I feel like he's so straight to the point. Like he's a non-nonsense sort of, I think my camera cut out. I think he's a non-nonsense sort of person. So he'd say something that in his mind is just like very like succinct and like clear and straight to the point, but I'll just offend someone and he won't realize to be none the wiser after the experience. So I feel like Phil.
Silent
yeah, just truth bombs and just walking away, and just like leaving everyone else to clean up the mess.
And finally, it's that time! It's the bonus round! You've got to describe Ascendant in 10 seconds. Go!
So you know how you like playing video games, like FPS games and stuff? Like, you know how you play like Apex and COD and stuff? Like, imagine that, but like the game swears at you, and there's like really weird looking snails and stuff. They may or may not have boobs as well. Like, I don't know, but it's different, right?
And that's a wrap! Thank you very much, Simon, for giving us behind-the-scenes look at what it really takes to steer a game from idea to launch without losing your mind or your team. Join us next week for more developer wisdom and maybe a few stories of disasters we can all laugh about.